We are so happy to have you on with us today because, we of course, we're here deep in the heart of Texas, Dallas, Texas, and you spent
Yeah.
many years here and great memories. But you're here to talk about a really, really good cause today because, as someone who's in that target age range, we need to get checked out, don't we?
Correct. 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 Very much so. Very much so.
And why is it so hard for us guys to just go and get checked out? But why are we so stubborn?
Well, that's a difficult question to answer. Everybody has their own personal reasons why they're stubborn or fears, and one of the reasons that I teamed up with Exact Science and the Blue Hat Foundation was to encourage people 45 years and older to go out and get screened for colon cancer. It's a near and dear personal issue to me. My mother was diagnosed with colon cancer back in 2003 at the height of my NBA career when I was making all-star teams. And then we were both dealing with a personal battle of her dealing with colon cancer. So if we would have had the information early that she can get screened, it might have been a different set of circumstances. But unfortunately, we didn't have that information.
Yeah. And the screening isn't as hard as we might think, right?
No, it's not as hard as you may think. I mean, but you can go to boxoutcoloncancer.com or check with your
Mhm.
doctor. There are different screening options. But for me, it's most important not only be active about your health, but also open up the dialogue and the conversation, as you chatted about earlier, about having the fears of going to see the doctor or going to get screened. Let's take the unknown off the table and know exactly what's going on.
Yeah. Well, of course, you had a fantastic career, and kids look up to you all the time, and they go, "That's what I want to do," but it's certainly not easy at all. What kind of advice do you give to those kids that want to follow in your footsteps?
Well, it's the basketball journey, or at least the professional basketball journey, can be a difficult one, but there's so many lessons along the way that you can learn that can apply to anything in life. And one of the first ones that I learned as a kid was, hard work unlocks talent at the end of the day. And you have to be persevere and resilient and be able to pivot. And also, one of my core values is to have courage, be unafraid to ask a question and to search out for information. So that's what I typically tell kids is that, sometimes we may want to be a professional athlete. Might not be in the cards for all of us, and obviously that's the case, but, there's so many other things that you can learn from the sport of basketball that applies to life or to any other career.
That's true because you did pivot. You ended up owning all kinds of restaurants, car dealerships, all kinds of things, right?
Yeah, all kinds of things. And, for me, it was learning a lot through sport, learning a lot through my mother. Um, um, she taught me a whole lot. She was a bookkeeper for the New York City Housing Authority. So
Yeah.
she taught me about accounting principles and different things like that. So you can learn a lot from sport that applies to life.
Yeah. Well, of course, my co-host Drew Pearson, one of our NFL greats, caught the Hail Mary, went in the Hall of Fame, and he wanted me to make sure that I asked you your Hail Mary moment, which is that moment in your life or career where you just had to go for it and it worked out for you. What do you suppose that was for you?
I would say my Hail Mary moment was, picking the University of Kentucky and going there to play for Rick Pitino. Nobody at that particular time thought about Kentucky basketball because they were on probation. This is back in the early 90s, so I took a shot. It was a Hail Mary, and I think I made the right decision to go to University of Kentucky because that ignited my whole Kentucky career and also my professional basketball career as well. So I couldn't be there without the University of Kentucky or Rick Pitino, and also my mother as well, who I'm championing this cause for
Yeah.
boxoutcoloncancer.com. So, I always want to give back to her. She taught me a lot of lessons in life that apply greatly beyond basketball.
Yeah, because part of that is that success mindset that we talk about. And is there something maybe that she told you that you kind of kept in mind that always kept you on the right path?
Yeah, it's a success mind state, but also a growth mind state as well. How to evaluate yourself, how to apply lessons, look at failures as opportunities more than anything, and at success as feedback more than anything. So I always look at it from the standpoint, what does something lead to? I played professional basketball, but I finished playing basketball at 33 years old. There's still a lot of life to be led.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. And of course, you probably still keep it up. The Mavs are doing pretty well, so that's pretty good, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing
Yeah.
very well. I mean, I like Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. I think you have a core of guys there that can actually, over the next couple of years, if they get a couple more pieces, could probably compete for an NBA title with those two dynamic talents in the backcourt. And then also a former teammate of mine, Jason Kidd, who's now the head coach
Yeah.
over there. So it brings things full circle. You know, I played with J Kidd back in '94 and everything like that. He was a teammate of mine, and now he's a head coach. You know, who would have thought of it? You know.
Yeah, that's great. Well, before we let you go, what else do we need to know, and where else can we go for more information?
Well, go to
Yeah.
boxoutcoloncancer.com. You know, it's the #1 cancer killer of men.
Mhm.
That's a stat that I don't think people really realize. And also in the African American community, we're more likely to
Mhm.
develop and die from colon cancer. So, more information, go to boxoutcoloncancer.com. 45 years and over, get screened. We're encouraging that age group. Be proactive and proactive about your health and your wellness.
Okay. I love it. Well, thank you so much for the great answers. It's great to talk to you, and look forward to talking to you again sometime very soon.
Thanks. Thanks a lot for having me. Appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right.